Welcome to Your View this Wednesday morning. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here. Hello, ladies. Hi, Nima.
Very well.
How you doing today?
It's a rush hour today.
I'm telling you, we got rush hour. We started a bit late. 4 minutes late. Goodness me.
I just want to quickly mention today is Ash Wednesday, so for the Catholic people.
Happy
starting,
Ash Wednesday.
yeah.
We went to church at 6 a.m. already for the morning mass.
Really?
Yes. So did you do the...
Someone is becoming Catholic.
So
I must say.
You put the stuff on your head?
Where is the ash? I can find it.
You took it off. You just started, don't worry.
I can find it.
Okay, so we were going to lament, but we'll run out of time.
Yeah.
So good morning,
Everybody.
Nigeria.
All right, let's take a quick break then because we don't have time. We're going to go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm going to start with the punch. Scam. EFCC arrests military chief at airport. Anti-graft agency quizzes ex-CDS Bade for 18 hours. Picture here of a woman. Says, thank you, Jesus. Woman escapes death. Has van somersaults. Explodes. $620,000 bribe. Otedola to testify against Farouk Lawan. Metu bought 500 million naira house, gave ex-minister 5 million naira, says witness. Gunmen kill Oni's security officer, monarch loses grandmother. DSS snaps suspected ISIS recruiter and others. Budget, federal government admits errors, threatens sanctions against perpetrators. Operatives beef up security in presidential villa. And Lagos-Ibadan expressway ready in 24 months, says Fashola. Did you guys read the accent story? Because the human angle story. Okay, I read that one. The tire bus, the van actually was supposed to deliver sausage rolls, maybe in Ibadan somewhere. Anyway, the tire bust and he lost control. And I think when you go to proper driving school, because
you know what to do.
Yes, many of us
You're not supposed to step on the brakes.
You're not supposed to step on the brakes. And you're not supposed to hold on to your wheel, even if the tire bust. Don't leave that wheel. If you don't leave the wheel, you will leave. The car will still, eventually it will still be going on the speed, but gradually it will slow down and start slowing down. But if you not make that panic and just turn,
and you can even direct it to somewhere where, you know.
The tire bust and hold on to your
God
wheel.
forbid that you hit a bad spot on the road. You are going to lose control, regardless of that you're holding onto your steering.
You will lose control, but the impact will be less than if you had actually left your steering wheel.
My brother is a fantastic driver, and he always vouched that he's never had an accident 15 years driving at the time. His first accident was a bust tire. He lost 3 people in the car immediately. And people kept on saying, he didn't know how to drive. But he who was driving knew what happened, you know. So let's just thank God for the life of this woman.
So we can't always assume that it's going to happen that way. That's true. Only God has.
But I think people should also learn. What you said is very key. Learn how to, you know, respond to
those kind of situations.
Especially because we have bad roads, potholes, anything can happen. You lose a tire, so you need to be calm in that situation and just handle it. So it's important, you know.
Okay, let's
on to the next paper.
directly to The Nation. DSS arrests 3 over bid to rob TSA of 4.5 billion naira cash. Oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah, I read that story.
You read that story? Okay, picture here of 10 pro-Biafra protesters die in Aba. Lawmakers put off budget passage indefinitely. Peter side, Wike knew about Supreme Court judgment. APC wants to create confusion, says governor. $2.1 billion arms deal. EFCC searches Bade's home. And presidency tightens security against terror attack on Villa. Okay, so are you talking about the DSS?
Yes, the DSS story. There are actually 4 of them, but one is in Malaysia, so that one is at large right now. The DSS were able to catch 3 men in Nigeria here trying to hack into the government integrated financial management information system with an insider in the office of the Accountant General of the Federation, who was supposed to assist them. According to the spokesman of the DSS, Tony Okuyo, who said that one of them, Sonny Oko, in collaboration with UM, Udo Ekpo, a chief program auditor inside the office of the Accountant General's office. You know, and another retired military security operative. Okay. And this guy in Malaysia who is at large. They had designed a software to hack into the systems and take out
any high-profile crime like that. Actually, even with banks, we see them. You must have an insider that would, you know, give information that they'll be able to build. This thing is IT.
That confidence. I don't
of course, now it's IT. So that's why I'm very happy and I applaud them that they were able to, you know, identify that, because there are some things that when it happens, in short, you just wake up and you're wondering, where am I?
Mariah, imagine we are putting all our money in one account.
Somebody just come and just.
I'm sure that 5.5 was just a trial. Let us see this one, 4.5 billion. Let's try it. After that, do not start the bigger, and then do not.
When we are shouting, Nigeria is broke, Nigeria is broke.
Somebody now wants to.
Somebody will just siphon the money to one country.
And that's the danger of putting all our money in one place.
Yeah, true.
But that's also the good part. Yeah. If it was in several accounts, we won't even notice this was happening.
All right, Daily Sun. Terror alert at Aso Rock. DSS arrests ISIS recruiter. Service busts foreign insurgent cell in Daura. Picture here of Nnamdi Kalu in handcuffs in Abuja. Abia North rerun. Mba Zulike Amechi communities drum support for Kalu. Poly Ibadan declares lecture free week. Poly Ibadan declares lecture free week over death of students. Code of Conduct Tribunal. Saraki faces 14 years jail term. Ban if convicted. Federal government to secure list of properties owned by Nigerians in Dubai. Fresh crisis hits budget as National Assembly recants on February 25th passage as Senate rejects 200 million naira to facilitate PIB. Okay, this terror alert, did you guys read it?
I read all the stories in this one.
So let's pick two.
Okay. So terror alert, they're just saying that there's some high-profile VVIP when they come to Aso Rock. They refuse to wind down their tinted windows, and our president is the #1 high target for terrorism, so they're just closing in their ranks. The CSO, Chief Security Officer, is saying that we need to be more alert, you know, in Aso Rock. We agree with them. We don't even need to hear that one. They should just clean up their house internally. Which other one? I was going to go for the Saraki and budget. Saraki faces a 14-year jail term if convicted of
the 10 years ban.
And 10 years ban from holding any political office if convicted of the allegations against him by the CCT. They're moving straight to our budget 2016. The Senate is saying that we have to now go back on our promise of that we'll pass this budget by 26th of February, because a lot of ministries, departments, and agencies have padded so much. The Senate Committee on Education, the chairleader was saying that the 10 billion that was padded in the education budget was a typographical error.
But I'm excited.
10,000 naira.
10 billion.
Is it easy to have that kind of typographical error if you're writing your own check?
Well, you know, this thing is not a joking matter.
I want to say, no, it's not a joking matter. I'm just trying to calm my nerves, okay? Now, I'm excited about what the president has said concerning this budget. He's saying that it's going to be made public. You know, so by the time it is it's in the face of the public and you can go and you can read through all these padding things, would be able to identify
it's already public. This one is public already. You can go to the budget website and get all this information. For instance, we're saying, yesterday on the internet, I joined millions of Nigerians who condemn this budget totally. That you're budgeting an amount for prisoners, but you're budgeting 1.7 billion for food for only the presidency and so many other frivolous things for rent for Aso Rock. Who owns Aso Rock? Who is the landlord of Aso Rock? That they put rent of 30 billion or billion naira to be paid to landlord of Aso Rock.
My suggestion is that it should be withdrawn. They should go back to the drawing table. Even if it takes up to June before we finally get a budget, they should put the budget in place and let us see the change reflecting that budget.
Solution. I think that President Buhari brought in his ministers too late for them to oversee a budget properly.
Exactly.
When they came in,
that's still a complaint. So what's the way forward?
So they should ask for more time A minister was saying that what she sent to the budget ministry is not what she saw when she was defending her budget.
That's the problem of
all the ministers. All of them,
they are the ones that actually know where to pad up the budget. So you see, I think we all agree that we should all go back to the drawing board.
Adding to what you just said, vis-a-vis what you submit as a minister, they should put it alongside with what the House would eventually, so we can compare.
Yeah, I think that's been
everything will be
okay. Let's take our last paper for this morning. Is budget 2016 full of errors, can't be passed, says National Assembly. Picture here of Oni. Obarilwan is there too, and former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Where are they? During the formal opening of BA West Africa head office in Ikoyi. Right. Yoruba Obas, I stand by my ranking, says Alake. I'm not under EFCC probe, Okonjo Iweala says. Governor Ijo leaders urged Tompolo to appear in court. Jonathan gave me 2 others $47 million. Jehovah, to win PDP ticket, says EFCC. I think this thing will not stop. We'll just be hearing millions of dollars, billions of dollars.
I say, Ogajo, now just come outside.
This is the 8th witness of the EFCC in this trial against me too, and it's coming out to say in the course of investigation, they found out that 47 million naira, which was taken out by dollars, was taken out by the NSC, the former NSC Dasuki, as 10 billion naira converted to dollars for the president to be able to buy his sole candidacy.
Hey,
in the PDP, yes, now in the PDP elections.
They did not have primaries.
That's what they wrote. That's what
that was what
open it now.
I didn't read that article. Good
to break it down.
They didn't have primaries.
Yeah.
No, because nobody was willing.
And they linked it to the $2 million that the lady that was supposed to invest for me to confirm that she received.
Yes.
But I'm saying that former President Jonathan, I think he shouldn't wait.
No, he said he has to wait.
He said because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to change anything.
I think he should wait. He should know when to come and.
Really?
Yes. Really? He should let the talking finish.
All the talking finish.
No, I don't think so. An honourable person will come out and talk about things.
This is a
what did
scary
our president
matter.
get $47 million?
I don't even understand.
Is it from the CBN?
Of course. They said he was using the CBN as ATM.
Sorry?
You remember that ex-CBN governor said that ex-president Jonathan was using the CBN as his ATM.
That is even aside. In the report, it was confirmed that it was from the account that the NSA operated with the CBN and this money was withdrawn. This will not be say you are looking for what is not missing. They are linked. You can easily trace. Obviously. From the account directly.
So somebody must question Emefiele.
Everybody must be questioned.
I wonder why he has
the
not
finance
been
minister, the former president Jonathan, and Emefiele, all of them.
Okay then.
Questioned.
All right, that's all we can take on front page review.
Before they suspended him.
After seeing some figures in the budget yesterday, me that I've been shouting, I can't.
You weak.
I weak. How do you even want to start to condemn this one?
So what got me was the rent. I'm wondering, like, is
Aso Rock for rent?
So for me, I still believe that is an error. I don't want to believe Aso Rock is paying rent to someone.
Well, it's work in progress. Okay, you've been asking for this NERC,
yes,
NEPA issues.
Yes.
Okay, they are here. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll deal with this matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Recently, the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, our dear Mr. Babatunde Fashola, says the new electricity tariff is the first major decision that will attract needed investment in the sector. But the question on the lips of everybody is, why can't we have power first before we start paying? Our guest will enlighten us more on this electricity tariff issue. Joining us is the head research and advocacy director and also the spokesman for all the discos. That includes Ikeja disco, Eko disco,
Abuja,
all the discos.
Benin.
Anyway, the Association of the Association of Nigerian Electricity Distributors, Barrister, he's actually a lawyer. Hey, Jehovah. Barrister Sunday Oduto, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you. You can call us on 070-806-6814. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. We know lots of people have issues and comments on this NEPA matter, or not NEPA, power matter. So please call in. If you can't call in, tweet your questions. Jumoke, Nima, and Uwa would read your tweets, please. Right. So, Oga, you heard that we're here on Monday. And we talked about the fact that everybody's complaining. Labour did the protest on Monday, saying that why are they increasing tariff? Give us power first before you start increasing tariff.
Or give us prepaid meters as well.
Oh, yes, and the issue of prepaid meters. But let's even start. Why? In fact, let me even ask the fundamental question the average Nigerian wants to know. Why don't we have lights?
that's all.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a good question. First of all, let me say that a baby was born last week on the 1st of February. I know when you're talking of having a baby, you cannot talk about abortion after the baby has been born.
Okay.
If you want to abort a pregnancy, which may be legal or illegal, depending on where you are, which country or where, you do that before the baby is born. But after the baby has been born, we should be talking about how to nurture the baby, grow that baby. Those who want to tamper with the baby, they are standing the risk of committing murder. And that's exactly what the labor union did on Monday.
Okay.
But that is one. Why don't we have light? Abi?
Yes.
Thank you. Nigeria is a country of 160 million people. With that population, we have 32 million households in Nigeria, 774 local governments. With that population, ideally, this is the way electricity works. In an ideal world, in the developed countries, you need to generate 1,000 megawatts per 1 million
Houses.
Nigerians.
Oh, okay.
Which means that with 160 million Nigerians, you need 160,000 megawatts.
Okay.
For the past 50 years, Nigerian government, both the few years of civilian and several years of military, they've been shopping the money. That is the truth.
Okay.
So we've never been able to generate enough. And there's a value chain in electricity. I just need you to understand that. So we look at it like that. First of all, we have the generation companies. They are the ones that generate power.
Yes.
We have the transmission companies of Nigeria. We call it TCN.
Okay.
They are the ones that they are like vehicle. They wield the power from the point of generation to the point of distribution. Then we have the distribution companies, which is the company that I represent. We are the one you know, because we are the one that take the bill to Jumoke's house. And we are the one that go to Alaja's house and say, pay your bill. But we are just collection agents. Because we are in the below that value chain. But we collect for the whole industry. Which means when we collect money from you, we only keep 25%. 60% goes to the generation companies. They have to generate the power, but they also have to pay the gas suppliers. And I will explain that in a bit. Then we also give 11% to the transmission company of Nigeria, which is the one in the middle. Then the other stakeholder like NEC, state system operator, MBET, all the other, they share 4%. That's how the money goes. It's a very transparent industry. It's a heavily regulated industry. That is not to say that we are perfect or that we have done well enough. And I'll speak about that too. But what I'm saying is that for 50 years, the system has been neglected. That is why you hear people, when light comes, after taking light, and then suddenly light comes on, people say, up NEPA, as if they are doing us a favor. It's not a favor. It's our right to have light, but we need to get the basics right. I've just said it, I said we need 160,000 megawatts. But that means that will make, there will be 24-hour uninterrupted power supply to all our villages inclusive. So let me now come back to reality. We can't have that 160,000 in the next 10 years.
Why?
Because the money is not going to be there so quickly, and it takes a lot. But let me come to a basic thing. We need 20,000 megawatts for all of us here to have 24-hour light. For those of us who are currently connected to the grid, minus the Dangote and Co, who are already generating their own power. If they don't come and connect to you, if we have 20,000 today, you will not talk about light out. There will be light.
Why is that so hard to achieve?
That is hard to achieve. It's not that it is hard to achieve. That has not been achieved. The current production, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have now generated 5,074 megawatts. Guess what? The last government, they left us with less than 2,000 megawatts.
Yes.
All of a sudden, we double up. But people are not seeing that. People seem not to see the good thing that we do. But I also understand that Nigerians are entitled to electricity, uninterrupted.
Yes.
Nigerians are entitled to a good billing system, not crazy bills. Nigerians are entitled to having meters.
Sir.
And I'll speak about meters. If you want to do that now, or you want to ask me later, I'll do that. But you need to understand that.
May I interrupt you to say
Yes.
that you doubled up from 2,000 megawatts to 5,700 now?
Yes.
But Nigerians have seen from 1999 President Obasanjo pumping lots in millions of dollars into the same industry. Then when it was privatized, we saw President Jonathan bail out twice in millions of dollars. So if you are doubling up and you are celebrating 5,000, there's nothing at all to celebrate.
Okay. Let me tell you the truth. Jumoke, there's a lot to celebrate. There's a lot to celebrate because what we're talking about here is not something that happens overnight. It's something that requires a lot of determination, elimination of corruption in the system, or at least reduction of it, and a sort of transparency on the part of the government. I'll give you an example. The current Minister of Power, Works and Housing started an initiative that has never been done before in the sector. What does he do now? Every month, he called all of us to a meeting. The first one we held is in Abuja. The last one we held it 2 days ago here in Lagos. That meeting, he brings everybody together. Generation companies, transmission companies, distribution companies, NNPC, who are in charge of gas. Everybody, we will now be asking you, how much are you generating? Why not generating? Gas, Mr. Gas, why can't you give me gas? At the end of that, remember, the one we had last month, between that last month and today, generation has gone up.
There's an improvement.
And I can assure you that before the end of the year, I'll come back here to tell you we're going to have additional 2,000 megawatts.
So it's corruption generally on the part of the pipe, the people providing the gas, getting to the TSL and then moving to disclose.
It's not about corruption on the part of people providing the gas. The gas suppliers are private companies, private operators.
Okay.
The issue now is that if you're a gas supplier, you see, let us first of all get one basic thing. Electricity is a product, like Coca-Cola or Fanta. When you are producing any product, it comes at a cost. The problem we've had in Nigeria is, assuming the product costs about 100 naira, and because it was owned by the government, tiwa, nobody's business, where people steal and make money. Government now say, let us be selling at 60 naira, now our government now. And then we give a 40 naira subsidy. No be so. The next thing, they now say, we can't run it again. It's going to collapse. They now sold it to private operators. The first thing they did, they withdrew their subsidy. But they told the private operator, you can still continue to sell at that
60 naira.
60 naira. It's a matter of time before the business collapses.
True.
What we have done on the 1st of February was what we should have done on the 1st of November 2013. And you will have heard the minister saying the same thing 2 days ago, that the reason why the government then didn't do it was that they were afraid.
Yes.
And government must be able to take bold decisions.
Thank you.
Especially they themselves are transparent. If you know what you are doing and you are not taking money from any core office or doing any mago, you should be bold enough to say, you know what, this is the actual cost of this product.
Okay.
If you want electricity, you'll be ready to pay for
But
it. Alaja, bring out the money from your ATM.
We want to go a quick commercial because I know your own question is loaded. Let's take a quick question. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's start with Nima. Yes.
Okay, yes. Sir, would you agree that the discos, Gencos, whoever is involved in this electricity matter are refusing to take ownership of what they find? Number one, they didn't do their due diligence before they took over these companies. Number two, there is nowhere in Nigeria that I know of, especially where I have been, the places I have lived in, that we did not install power by ourselves and then go to their office to go and pay. I remember that when my father just moved to that area where he lives, I was the one who went to the NEPA office to go and initiate payments. They gave me an account number. and they gave me a new account name. They changed it 5 times. We found out we're paying to private accounts within the electricity companies. When they became a disco, it continued. Now to even get prepaid meter is another problem. Now they're under Ikeja disco. It is a major problem. The discos are complicit because, see, this is how it works. The corruption is within the system. Yes. You are busy fighting the one outside. Have you sorted the ones inside? Have you captured areas where you mark off as not accessible, and then your members of staff go there and get payments for power that you distribute to those areas? All those are leakages that you should have blocked first. That you are not doing enough to do.
See if you can generate enough.
All right.
Okay.
Before charging us higher tariff.
We can't the tariff part. Let him answer that.
You take it easy. Let's Alaja. Pele. Thank God that you just mentioned that you went to NEPA office. You repeated NEPA like 5 times.
Yeah, that was before
no
they sold it in 2013.
Thank you, sir.
That's number 1.
I traced it back to recent.
Number 2, it is true that we inherited NEPA staff, NEPA PACN. If we had sent all of them away, it is this same TVC
NLC.
that will now say, and the same NLC will come here and say, they've sent people out of job.
What did you do to change
Number 2, we won't go to heaven to hire malaikas or angels. Still be the same Nigerians. Number 3, it takes 2 people. When you talk about corruption, earlier you were reading the papers, all these, they took this from where somebody offers, somebody takes. So it takes 2 people to do that. And I'm not justifying whatever these disco staff are doing. Okay. The truth of the matter is that we Nigerians were too greedy.
Let me clarify.
And it is we that encourages corruption. If you report one from your area, Alaja, I will deal with it, okay? But when you don't tell us, how can I from my Abuja office know what is going on in the
This is how it works.
Tell us now, give us information.
When it was
we'll be happy
NEPA,
to do that.
when I initiated that thing, I will go to the office, I will pay into the NEPA account, they will type
that was
it and
NEPA.
print account.
That was NEPA.
That was
Now
NEPA.
that it is disco,
Okay.
we're still having issues with
the meter.
Those issues are...
Okay, let's connect it with the meter.
Meter.
The Minister of Power said that they're going to distribute meters to all homes.
Let me first of all assure Nigerians that we're embarking on aggressive metering. We have started already, and I will challenge you, out of your door here, out of this studio, turn right by your main gate, look up there, there's a pole there, you see a meter on the pole.
Yes.
Here in Magodo.
In Magodo, we have seen it in
Okay,
Magodo.
thank you. Haven't seen it in Magodo. Please acknowledge the fact that that's an improvement. I'll tell you what I mean. What Ikeja Disco is doing, they are doing it feeder. There's something we call feeder. There's a transformer near your house. Those transformers, electricity coming to your transformer through a feeder. That feeder covers several transformers. So what we do is that in a bit to make it go round, and they are doing it bit by bit, area by area, feeder by feeder. So Magodo has been done, other places too, but it has not gone round. And I'll tell you why it has not gone round. And I understand the frustration of Nigerians, and I will not blame you for being angry, but I will tell you what happened. Nigeria was nearly a failed state, and I'll tell you what I mean. Ordinarily, what the law says is that when you build a new house, you call NEPA and PACN that I, Morayo, and my darling husband, we have just moved to our mansion. Come and connect us. What do we do? Morayo will call the Oga Muhala electrician in the area. Mukala would connect, and then even when they call NEPA, the same NEPA will come and connect Morayo, but they will not bring a meter. They are supposed to bring a meter to your house from day one.
Free of charge?
So when we took over, yes, ma'am.
Free of charge.
Okay. When we took over on the 1st of November 2013, what I can assure you and what I know for a fact is that we met a metering gap of 5 million. What that means is that there are 5 million people in this country who have no meter. And we have to meter them. We must bridge that gap. We have an obligation to do that. But what I'm saying is that you cannot do that overnight. Whoever sit down anywhere and tell you that you must meet our Nigerian by the 1st of October 2016, the person is just deceiving us. Because the person knows the truth. The truth is that all the discos on average can do like 20,000 every month. And we have 11 discos, 20 times 11. And we're talking about 5 million. Your Bible say, until you get to your doorstep, Jumoke will not know that we're working. But I won't blame her.
Okay, all right.
First of all, I like to commend you because I have seen, I was saying it to them, clusters of houses, those big boxes. I am trying to think that, yes, it's all over Ogba area. You will see clusters of houses. First of all, even infrastructurally, we are not, the way our infrastructures are, they are not, you can't just, it's not easy to put a meter in those apartments. That's what, let me finish. I didn't talk when you were talking. Now, I lived in Magodo for 8 years. We didn't have a meter. We had paid for that meter. We didn't have a meter. But when we were leaving that apartment, we had a bill and we paid off those bills. I moved to, and I told myself, the next time I'm going to have, an apartment where there will be a postpaid meter. Now, my question is, if there's a deficiency of 5 million that you met on ground, what is the progress now? Like, how many have you been able to meet up out within that 5 million? That's number one. And number two, is it possible for private, because I know that I can decide to say, if I have money, I can take on the K2 area. I would, be able to
supply meters,
generate electricity, and so that they encourage entrepreneurs that want to go into
helping you to distribute,
distribute or generate electricity to power. Is it possible?
Is it opened up?
Now that since it's privatized, is it that open?
I don't know. I don't understand what you mean.
Now I can take on this area
and say you
K2
want to,
that I want to run a company that will generate electricity.
Oh,
yes, is that possible?
There's something we call embedded generation.
Okay.
The law and the rules allow, and the system allows for embedded generation. What that means is that within a disco, if you decide to generate power for a particular area, what we do is that it's a system of what we call willing seller and willing buyer. Because I can tell you for a fact that the tariff of that will be more than the one that we do from the grid.
True.
Just like your generator at home. Generator at home costs you about 5 times more than what you get from the grid. At least 3 times more. A better part of my labor is even more expensive. So what I'm saying is that if you want to do that, yes, the disco just stands between you and the willing buyers. What we take time to do is to ensure, and we have to get the approval from NEC, because NEC also ensure that the willing buyers are there, and they're willing to buy at the price that you are offering it.
Okay, let me take this call from Honorable Afose from Badagry.
Honorable.
Good morning.
Honorable, good morning, sir.
How are you?
Very well.
Thank you for your well done activity.
It's a bit low. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I want to find out the metering in Badagry area.
Okay.
Last week, I was at home when I saw NEPA officials coming with ladder, disconnecting, and issuing a field, what do you call it? Field fee. In this area where you said there's no more field billing to the houses. What's happening?
Did you hear that? I know the volume is pretty low. I'm trying to. Did you get the question?
No, he's trying to.
He's still there.
He's trying to find out metering in Badagry. He has been trying to get access to getting his own meter. Is there any plan? What is the plan for Badagry?
Okay, so just answering that 5 million that you met on ground, what is the progress report on that?
For now, we've done nothing less than nothing less than 400,000.
Okay, all right. Let's answer the question of the caller first. Badagry, what do you know about
Yes.
Badagry?
Well, all I can say about Badagry is that, like other areas, the program is they do it neighborhood by neighborhood. Where I think we're missing it, and I must admit, and that's what we're trying to improve, is in terms of information. Because to be honest with you, if we have gone on there to say, people in Badagry or Egbeda, it will be your turn in November 2017.
Carry us along.
You will know that we won't see you on 2017.
Okay, there are a few
and I promise you that
I'll let
improving on
Nima
that.
go, but let me quickly take Fidel's call from Okwaba Agege.
Yeah,
Fidel, are you there? Please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, you guys are doing a good program.
Thank you.
I want to tell Mr. Sunday that we have not had light for the past 2 months. I live at New Okoba. As I'm watching this program now, I'm watching this program on generator. So what are they doing to ensure that this epic supply of light?
Okay, that's supply.
And they've not metered me. I pay estimated bill every month, ranging from 120,000, 200,000, 80,000, and I don't run a commercial business in my apartment.
Exactly. Okay.
So what are they doing to leave this thing in the board? Because we are tired.
All right.
He said
thank
his
you.
bills.
That question.
No, he said his bills are like 150 right now. 150,000, and he's not
80,000.
it's not a commercial building.
It's
Yeah,
a residential place.
Okay, so
Now, my question is linked to that question because some areas have been taken off the grid. Now, I will tell you specifically. Mowe, Ibafo area. I know about over a year off grid. And now, you know, those areas are covered by estimated billing. Now, let me, particularly Ore, is under Benin distribution company. In Ore, my sister-in-law lives there. For more than 2 years now, they've been off the grid. They live on generator and inverters. And those people are under the estimated bill. So what is the compensation plan for such people who have, you know, been cut off for a long time?
Look, let's be real. I've told you that we're generating barely a quarter of what we need. So if you have 20 children and you can only feed 5 of them at a time, that means that from time to time, about 15 of them will be suffering one way or the other, or have food. So, but that is not to say it is a good thing. But like I said, we are not reinventing the wheel. What is going on, this reform is a journey. It's a very long journey. And I must admit to Nigerians here that we're just on the 2nd of the 5th of those steps of that long journey. A time is coming when you will be in Magodo and you choose to be connected and be paying to Abuja Disco if their tariff is lower. In England, where I lived for 25 years, I was living in Kent and I was using Scottish Power. And you can switch by phone call and say, I don't want you again, go to another one.
Sir.
That's the last of the steps. It's a long journey. Now, talking about Mowe and Ibafo specifically, thank God I had the privilege of being the pioneer company secretary and chief legal advisor of Ibadan Disco at inception before I took this job. We did a lot of work because they were in darkness. There's a place called Magboro. I went there personally to hold meeting with their CD. If they are watching, they will confirm. I had a series of meetings with them in Mowe, Ibafo, and Magboro to assure them, see the problem and see what we could do. Their light then was coming. Shagam will go via Wode Egba and Ofada. That's a long span. So we started a huge investment, Ibadan Disco. More than 75 million naira worth of investment from a place called Okearo in Ota area, transmission station, a big one. Bringing that one down, that construction down to Mowe. I can assure you as of today, the project is about 95% completed. So once that is done, because I witnessed something that's very ugly in 2030. Before we came, the people of Magboro spent their own money. They bought their cable, bought their pole, bought their transformer. To me, it's not normal. Yes. It's not a normal thing. It's not something that we should continue in this country.
Let me take this call from Liberty. So 95% done. So hopefully that those areas
will win.
Let me take Liberty. Are you still there? I kept you on for a while. Liberty.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yes, thank everybody in the studio. I have a comment. Really, sir, you are really trying. I've been seeing you trying to go around to explain to Nigeria about the situation. And I also want to encourage Nigeria to be patient with the new administration. Yes. My response is that I normally charge like 2,000 naira, and you know, normally they will remove free charge of 750. So they will give me credit of about 1,250, which will give me about 45 units thereabouts. But now they are not removing the free charge again. I think whether the charge will keep naira. They gave me about 89 units. So to me, it's not really a big deal. I think we need to be patient after that. I think if we are able to meet us, we won't really have any problem.
But sir, let's take a quick.
Why is it difficult for NEPA? For you people, like I'm a resident of you. I manage about 20 properties now that don't have meter. We pay you people, we pay them for meter, and they're not giving us meter. Oh, it's just like I call an electrician, say, please let me buy socket in the Keja. And he collect more money, so I need to go and buy a socket and fix it in my house. He didn't supply the socket, he didn't give me my money. That's exactly what happened, because we pay to give it to have a meter. Money was not returned, meter was not given to us. Why is it so difficult to just go and buy and reinstall it? Why? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Liberty. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take some tweets. Stay with us, we'll be right back. goodness, welcome back. This is on fire. This NEPA matter, eh? Okay, let's take about five tweets each because there are lots of tweets of it. Let's start with Nima.
First one is to you. Okusa Gadumere is saying, Morai won't take break again. This time is too small for all this break. It took him a whole year to get his father meter in Warri. And the Maratel Solution is saying, please ask your guests if NEC have a platform where customers can register their complaints.
Yes, they do.
That's another one. Okay. Then Ramon says, why is customer care of Disco not tackling cases of unaccounted, unbilled, estimated billings brought to them? That's another one. Grace Young is saying, please, how about my 2 area? The officials there are auditing the meter and the estimated charges increases per month. Then
okay, pause there. Let me jump to Jumoke.
Uncle Shay says corruption in power sector is not our business. You are supposed to give us lights that we have paid for. Razak says Barrister Sunday should present his NEPA bill for past 6 months.
Oh, yes.
These people are not paying. He should prove he is paying. OJ said he should tell us what did they do with the billions of naira bailout funds given to them by government. Oluwasegun says, sir, why can't the disco companies distribute the meters through registered dealers to hasten the distribution?
Yeah. That's the question.
Then John Tisan says, please let him know that the child born on 1st of February was born with a bad character. I'm going to go to that.
Newborn baby.
Akindele Mohammed says,
baby.
Akindele Mohammed, that a child can never be born with bad character. Please, you need to correct that. Akindele Mohammed says there are indigenous producers of meters, but the discos never patronize them after investing a lot of money. Retel Solutions says, why is it difficult for power to be provided before increasing tariff? What is the guarantee for change? Then Tunde is saying 2-bedroom, 7 bulbs, 3 ceiling fans and an iron, a TV, a refrigerator, a DVD, and he's being billed 10,000 naira per month in first tax. Sir, please explain that.
Okay. There are lots of questions here. It's going to be hard for us to even remember the question.
Tariff.
We'll talk about the tariff, yes, very important. And also, YK always complains about this estimated billing. Now, for those who are still, as of today, still getting estimated billing, what's the way forward, number one? And two, talk on this tariff that everybody's complaining about.
Should they chase them with Koboko?
Should they, can they pay?
When they bring the bill?
Estimated billing.
Estimated billing is not a normal thing.
Okay.
In a normal country, a normal climate, we will not have to get to that level or have to have it continue for so long. Estimated billing occurs because many of our customers don't have meters. I've said earlier that everybody is entitled to a meter, and I'm not going to sit down here and say, but estimated billing comes in 2 ways. There's what we call overbilling. There's what we call underbilling. I was in Kaduna a few weeks ago, but I go around all the discos all over the country, and I go there, get on the media, and a gentleman phoned in and said the bill we were giving him was too much. He lived very close to NDA in Kaduna. I had 16 hours of electricity. I said we are stupid and speaking drama, all those things that we were doing. And then he said he had 1 room and a parlor, 5 bulbs, 1 fridge and freezer.
Like what this guy said.
1 iron. There's something they call boiler ring, 1 boiler ring. Then 2 ceiling fans. By the time you mention everything, how much is his bill? 1,200. I said his bill should be 4,700. He's done that.
And he was complaining.
Yes, 1,200 in a month. The truth is that Nigeria have a culture of non-payment.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to be saying this.
We agree.
People don't like paying for utilities.
Yes.
One caller also called and said 3 things should be free. I was on a program called Safia on Go TV or something TV in Yola. And this caller said 3 things should be free in Nigeria.
Okay.
Road, water, electricity.
Really?
For those 3, we should be paying. Road, we should toll, pay.
So I want you to hit a nail, a
so
particular hill,
the
because
point,
there's an article we read that
Yes.
said that for those who have the estimated billing,
Yes.
that going with this new strategy, they wouldn't
Going
have
forward,
to pay
yeah.
anymore. Is that correct?
see, there are a lot of misleading information being bandied around. One good thing is that for those who are educated who can go on the net, please log on to NEC. NEC is our regulator.
Okay.
Log on to their site, you will see the guidelines there.
Okay.
This is the thing about estimated billing. What we're saying is that we are rolling out the meters, but because of the large number of meters yet to be
Deficit, yeah.
the deficit, it means that for some people it may even take a long time before it gets to them.
Yeah.
So there's an option. For those who don't want to wait, they can take part in a scheme we call CAPI. It's a kind of credit program whereby you pay for your meter and we pay you back by way of credit when the meter is installed. When you make that payment, for single phase, about 25,000 naira or so. When you make that payment, you are supposed to get your meter within 45 days. So if you don't get it, that's where that one kicks in.
Okay. Where you won't pay this.
And normally, I can assure you, you get metered within that 45 days.
What's that? The issue of tariffs.
No, finally, I want to say
the tariff model we are having here is not, we are not reinventing the wheel. This has been done, exactly what we have now, has been done in India, in New Delhi, Peru, Chile, here in Africa, Kenya, and Uganda. And this is the way it works. This tariff goes up in the first 2 years, this one. By the third year, it will start coming down.
Yes, the minister said that.
And that is a fact. Remember, this minister is not a shareholder of any disco. Yes. He's not speaking for us. He's only speaking the truth. He came into power or into office and saw the reality on the ground. Of course. And give it to him. The guy is working. I don't know why in Nigeria, it's not about politics. It's not about APC or PDP. Those who are there before, what did they do? I'm saying that for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have removed fixed charges. That's a big deal. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have not generated over 5,000 megawatts.
You remove fixed charges and then you increase the tariff.
No, the tariff. The tariff, okay, let me take your cup. This cup is a kind of ceramic produced by somebody.
Yes.
This cup comes at a cost.
Yes.
If when this was produced, somebody was getting subsidy and it was free of charge anyway, a kind of welfare thing to your community.
Yes.
The moment you sell it off and a private person who have to go and get a loan to run this factory producing this, then that person needs to know how much it costs to produce this.
What happened to government bailouts?
Oh, no bailout. Let me tell you this now. That's another misinformation. The government through the CBN gave us a loan. Repayable over a 10-year period. I'm saying this on national TV. Repayable over a 10-year period at the rate of 10%. That loan for 11 discos, for the Gencos as well, only a few of the discos have gotten it till date anyway. So when people talk about bailout, it is part of the misinformation by the labor union. But those who are protesting, let me say that I understand why people do protest. I know that in the new government of Buhari, nobody will call you to Ashoka and set you and give you money.
Thank you.
They will not release money for labor. Yes. So people need to protest so that they can use it to fill their docket and take money out of their account. It's their money, it's not my check-up bill.
Okay.
So
I wanted to just say, please.
Senate Committee on Power.
On the website, we will be able to see the follow-up for the people that are expecting so that they can check and know when their time is.
Go to the website, you get the information. But
when their time is up.
Thank you, sir. I think we might need
a part two. We need a part two.
They have kept quiet.
They have kept quiet.
They have kept quiet.
Mr. Fashola, we are with you.
Oga Fashola, please.
As for my bill, somebody mentioned my bill. Can I quickly declare my name on my bill? If I knew that, I would have brought my bill.
There's no time anymore.
No, don't worry. I said
let him say you want to mention his name.
No, I don't talk.
My name is Sunday Oluwatimi.
Thank you so much.
You check it on the website.
We have to go, unfortunately. Please don't forget, for those of you that don't have plans for Valentine, please join the LABI boat cruise on Sunday, on Saturday, 13th of February. It costs very, very small money. Just come pay, transfer, call the number on the screen.
And your boo.
The promo is running. Call the number, they'll give you the account number to pay it. Come with your boo, a 3-course meal. Trust me, all the on a boat cruise. On a boat 2.5-hour boat cruise with all the serene, the music, all the party and celebrities. It's gonna be fun. All right? Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Interesting topic tomorrow.
Yeah.